All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Grill. Okay, okay. Over the last couple of days, I've heard the term disrespectful slash disrespecting with regards to fees. That notaries are saying these companies out here are disrespecting us with the fees that they are offering. What makes a fee disrespectful? Because in the 5.5 years I've been a notary doing this, I've heard people say that $100 is disrespectful, 150 is disrespectful, anything below 100 is disrespectful. And I'm trying to figure out what is the qualification of a disrespectful fee. What makes a fee disrespectful? That's the thing that I'm trying to figure out. And nobody has so far told me. Maybe y'all can share with me in the comments. Somebody posted on my Instagram and I was trying to do a live over there and I couldn't get it working. Maybe it was just connection or whatever. But they said, asking that nobody has a problem traveling, but traveling for these disrespectful fees. I'm like, what is deemed disrespectful? Because if you don't understand or know how they have determined the fee structure for what they're asking you to do, excuse me, to them it's not disrespectful. But my question is, why do you deem it disrespectful? And maybe I'm missing something here, but I figure that if you say driving an hour and a half to do a order, that for some reason this company has selected to do business with somebody that lives over here. Now, they don't know that there aren't notaries in that area. They just know we need a notary to go take care of something with them. And unfortunately, the notary is over here an hour and a half away. There's a lot of factors that go into that. And this is why I say I really wish title companies and signing companies would come on, whether my channel or somewhere, and educate people of this fact more so that these notaries can understand that there are factors that are involved in determining how they go about saying this order, loan modification, debt settlement is for $40 and not $125. Because my understanding, if you're getting paid $125 for that, then you probably going to want $200 or $300 for something else. That's what I've been told. But I've yet to have anybody qualify what disrespectful means. Now, you have every right to turn the order down. And I would also say that if you deem that disrespectful, feel that you're not getting paid your quote unquote worth, which no one has still defined in 5 years. Honestly, they have not really truly legitimately defined how do you determine your worth and what that worth is. What is it? What makes you worth $200? Seeing that you're just getting into this business and you have really no experience, or you've done a few signings here or there. You've done a bunch for Service Link, which is a bunch of quick modification, watered down loans, or for Amrock, which their stuff is real short and simple. You haven't really done a lot of reverse mortgages. You don't do loan applications. You don't do VA refis because they got 200 pages. So all this stuff. So has you determined your worth, or made your worth, your value worth whatever? I don't know. But what I'm curious is that what happens when you have somebody come to your house to do work on your property? Like I'm looking here now, these guys are doing some work on this house. And they say, well, the cost to do this job is going to be $7,000. They're more skilled than you, more knowledgeable than you, But yet you don't want to pay them $7,000, but yet you want somebody to pay you all this money for just stamping a document. They're sitting here maybe fixing your roof, fixing a leak, making sure sewage not backed up into your house. And that takes a whole lot more skill set than what we have as notaries. And you'll fuss about paying them the $7,000 that it costs to actually do the job right. But yet you're saying you need much more money to do the job right, to just to stamp the document a couple of times. And that part doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm not saying that you can't get paid or you shouldn't want to, but how do you negotiate that? How do you convince somebody to give you a particular dollar amount that is honestly outside of the scope of what they can pay? And you haven't shown them any real reason. This is causing a problem. And next thing you know, which we already have, people saying, well, we need to unionize and we need to fight against them. And I'm sitting here like, who are we fighting? Why are we fighting? That's the part that I'm really having a struggle with, because I'm trying to sit here. Are we fighting against coast to coast, first class, unlimited ink, comfortable closings, the closing signing service? Are we fighting against ArcMet, Negrettes? What is that? Who else? Are we fighting against Villa Title? Are we fighting against Old Republic? These are title companies. Are we fighting against simple signings? Are we fighting against secured signings? Are we fighting against title processing company? Who are we fighting against? Because keep in mind, none of these companies that I've just listed are a conglomerate with each other. They're all independent. So who are we fighting against? That's what I'm trying to get at. So we unionize against who? Who are we unionizing against? That's the part that I'm trying to figure out. Because if we're going to fight, who are we fighting against? Well, the signing companies. Well, I just listed out about 13 of them. Each one of them are independent of each other. So how do we go against 13 individual signing companies who have 13 different ways that they operate, 13 different ways that they manage their stuff? How do we go against them? How do we go against Holler Law Firm? How do we go against Schoff Law Firm? Because the law firm is a whole nother story. How do we unionize and tell them you're going to pay me this? How do we do that? And I'm going to do a more detailed video about this union thing. But you're saying you're being disrespected. But how much are we as notaries disrespecting them when we don't do the closings correctly? When we don't show up on time? When we go there, ladies, in halter tops and little jumpsuits and with your toes hanging all out and stuff. Men, you go there with your chest hairs hanging all out. Pants is too tight, showing your manhood. Overdoing it with cologne and stuff. Getting fresh with the daggone female signers. Or male signers. Or any signers. Looking at their kids, their daughters. Come on now. We disrespect them more than I believe that we disrespect, than they disrespect us. Because we go out there doing stuff and acting all kinds of ways. And you won't drop the documents off on time. You lie about it. All this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, all kinds of stuff going on out there. Running around, packing. Ready to pull out on somebody. Bragging about it online. But you're talking about they're disrespecting us. And all they're saying is, here's what we value this here order is. Can you go take care of that? And then you don't even go and have a conversation with them. And if you do have a conversation with them, you have an attitude about it. You don't just articulate, hey, you know, this order you have, the distance is an hour and a half away. It's a 3-hour round trip, ... How can we talk about getting an increase in the fee? No, you go back to them with, well, look, how are you going to disrespect me with that? I got bills to pay. I can't make a living off of this. You need to pay me more. Right there, they shut down. They're like, okay, get another notary. And I'm sure some of you probably do go there correct. But if they don't have the money to pay you, or they're tired of notaries because all these other notaries have just pissed them off and treating them, they're like, you know what? They just shut it all down and said, we ain't paying nobody nothing. You either do it or you don't. It's that simple. So I never seen so many people whine and complain about so much unjustifiably and never bring any solutions except, well, you need to just pay me. Because here's the thing. Would the people who's talking about unionizing be concerned about unionizing if they was getting the pay that they wanted? In my understanding, a lot of them, when they were getting the pay, because apparently they're not getting the pay anymore, when they was getting all that money that they was happy with, I ain't hear them talk about unionizing back then. All of a sudden, now that, they're being touched, now all of a sudden it's like, hey, we need to pull together. That's why I said, when enough pressure gets applied, people respond. And they have gotten squeezed personally, and now they're like, we need to do something. No, you do something. You're the one getting squeezed. Well, you're getting squeezed too, and you're getting squeezed. Don't listen to Griff about taking orders under $100 because that just squeezes me even more. Okay, cool. Don't listen to me. You do you. You do you. Be grown. You got in this by yourself. You didn't get in this because of me. You didn't get in this because of somebody else. You got in this because you thought you could make some banking. Now you can't. Deal with it. And stop trying to pull us down with you. Stop trying to make us sit up here and fight your battle. Y'all really need to cut that mess out. Be a man, be a woman, and fight your own daggone battle. You don't like what you're getting paid, go deal with them properly. Since you're so professional, since you're so white glove, you should be able to go in there with your little white gloves and have a conversation with them to get the pay that you want. Because this is all about what you want. It ain't about what's best for me. It's about what's best for you, because you're only screaming and crying because it's hurting you, because you aren't getting what you want. And then the question is, for some of y'all, why are you even out here doing closings that's offering $40 and $35? I thought you had other stuff going on. Why are you slumming over here with us? Take it for what you want. But this thing of trying to rally folk up and all that and rile people up, I'm telling y'all folk, don't get caught up in this. We're independent contractors. We're not employees. So, and that's why I'm going to do a more detailed video about unions and about how that fits in with us. Because people out here got y'all all twisted and doing things and saying things that is not right, and keep throwing the word out disrespected and disrespectful and all of that. And those are trigger words. Yeah, you disrespecting me. And if you've already been disrespected by your man, your woman, your child, your dog, and somebody say, yeah, they're disrespecting you. Oh, they are? Oh. And all of a sudden you all hyped up. Y'all need to cut this mess out. Because that's hurting our business. That's hurting our business. All right. So I'm gonna do another video later this afternoon. I got one more signing to do. I'm gonna knock this signing out, and I'm gonna sit down, and I'm probably not gonna take any other order so I can get all my stuff together and lay this thing out once and for all, because I'm personally sick and tired of notaries going around distracting other notaries who could be doing the business over some penny stuff that's affecting them but ain't affecting no one else. Stand up, hold your own sack, and get the money you want from whoever. You get $250 a signing, cool, I don't care. That's on you. If I'm getting 75, that's on me. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to rally everybody and say, hey, y'all need to come and fight with me so I can get what I want. Oh, and what you want. Yeah. All right. Let me get on in here and get this signing taken care of. Talk to y'all later. Peace.